Sucker's spinning around. There we go. All right, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Chords and Chaos. Today on this episode, we got Caleb Justice, lead singer of Frigga 5. Welcome, Caleb.
What's up, dude? How you doing, man?
Not too bad. Been technical difficulties there for a minute, but we got it covered. So
It
it's all
happened.
good in the hood.
Part of technology.
Yes, sir. Well, welcome to the show, brother. I'm glad to
Thanks for
have you
having me,
on
man.
here.
Appreciate
Anytime,
it.
man. Let's see. Let's get to these questions here. So, how do you usually describe Frigga 5 to someone hearing you for the first time?
Um, Depends on who I'm talking to. If it's a younger person, I'm gonna say it differently than an older person. Like, so if it's an older person, I'll just say like grunge, like '90s with like early 2000s influence. And if it's younger people, I'll just be like, it sucks. No, I'm kidding. I guess, yeah, I'll just bring up more like of the 2000s era stuff. I guess some of the younger kids know a little bit of the 90s, but more like,
Right.
like Deftones, new metal stuff. And so we draw inspirations from both of those a lot. And so any you can list any band in there and they'll be like, okay, gotcha.
I usually tell people when they ask, like, what is Frigga 5 like? I was like, just imagine Nirvana and Alice in Chains had a baby.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
I'm
Thank
like,
you.
I'm like, that's how you get it. And then everybody, when I show them your picture, they're like, damn, is that Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, I
I
get
know
that
you've
all
heard
the
that one
time.
a lot, though.
Yeah, well,
So,
I get it like twice a day where I work. There, people are like, you know, who you look like, and they're like Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm like, thanks, dude. It's a great compliment. So it's nothing. It's cool, cool to hear.
so I believe and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe y'all came up with the name Frigga 5 because your grandfather was going to name your mother Frigga, correct?
Yeah, that I can't believe you actually knew that, dude. Her full name was going to be Frigga 5, so as well as the five in there.
Okay.
So that's where like that entire name came from. A lot of people think the five represents the amount of people that are in the band, which
Right.
ironically we did have five members at the time, and
Right.
so that was like one of the things that it gets a little confusing with people, and it's kind of people just roll with it, and it's such a hard thing to explain to people unless it's like one of these kind of situations. So we just have fun with it, and yeah, but yeah, her full name was going to be Frigga 5.
That's awesome.
So
And
yeah.
she also designed the album cover for Machine Man.
Yeah, actually, like all these covers right here, this is the real paintings as well. Like they're all right here and everything. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so she did all those, and it took a good minute for us to get these right and everything. But like I'll have these forever, and it's just like really
Oh,
cool
and you
to.
got the Machine Man behind you in the back. I see it
Yeah,
creeping
dude,
back there.
my cousin William. He's in that right now. I'm hiring him to just stand there. Won't move at all.
Do you got are you
Watch
gonna
this
bring it
entire
to
podcast.
are you gonna bring it to Goose Fest?
Should I? I don't know.
Yes, absolutely, 110%.
One thing that's funny is like we have to like protect like the I guess the thing that we like the armor or whatever just
Uh-huh.
when we're transporting him, and so we wrap him up in a blanket and put like ropes, and so when we're like carrying him in, it looks like we're carrying like a dead body into the venues, and people are always like looking at us like, what the hell are these, like, who are these
Yeah, what are
guys?
these weirdos doing?
Yeah, we're like, dude, it's just a prop, it's just a prop.
It's just a
um
mannequin.
yeah.
So let's see. What was the Atlanta scene like when you first started?
Oh man, it actually took us a while to kind of find our like Atlanta scene, because we're a majority of us we're in Cumming, Georgia, so it's like
Right,
45 minutes
Forsyth County.
outside of
Yeah.
yeah, and so uh there's not really much of a music scene here at all, if any,
Right.
and so everybody goes to Atlanta, and it took a while for us to get our name out there, and Sorry, what was the original question? My bad. I might be going off.
Let me go back. You're good.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
said, what was the Atlanta scene like when you first
Okay.
started? Sorry.
It yeah, so I guess I was saying that stuff to say like we felt like we were outsiders a little bit, and so we had to
Right.
really work and prove ourselves. And then once we
Hmm.
did, it felt like there was a really good community and everything. And I feel like there's a couple groups of bands that we all kind of came up together and like kind of in a way made our own scene of like the
Right.
alternative rock space. Um, and so I feel like now it's really cool to see a bunch of newer bands coming up that are in the alternative rock scene, and they're able to um, just have connections like that and stuff, and through to this like alternative rock kind of scene that there is in Atlanta.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So, for you guys, when you first were coming in, do you feel like it was harder then than it is now, now that you've established your band?
I feel like there's more pressure now. I wouldn't say it's harder or anything. Um, yeah, I'm not sure how to answer that, to be honest. I wouldn't say it's harder or easier. It's just different,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
before, I mean, Atlanta's such a big place, so it's like,
Right.
nobody knows who we are in Atlanta really compared to, I mean, or in our scene, it feels like people know who we are, but
Right.
outside of that, people still don't know. And so like
Right.
getting people to know who we are in this like subculture of scenes and everything, it took some hard work, and like you gotta get recognized and put the work in and everything. And but it's like, okay, but now you got to do it to the masses of everybody that's not even in rock or
Right.
alternative or hardcore or whatever genre. Like we want to reach like the R&B scene and like the rap scene, and like that's when you like truly, it feels like you truly have um I guess succeeded
Yeah, like a little reach there.
Mhm.
Got you. At what point did this stop being just a hobby for you?
It's always been a hobby to me, and it's, or do you mean like as a career, like
Yeah, more so a career, I guess I should say.
when um I can't pinpoint it, but I just always knew this was what I wanted to do. And so I guess when I started the band was when I was like, I decided, I was like, this isn't going to be just a
Right.
hobby anymore. So
Right. Like
3
we're
years,
gonna really take this on the road type thing.
yeah. So in
Got you.
October of 3 years ago, back in October of, what was that, 20, I can't do math. This is embarrassing because it's live.
2023.
2023, yeah, right?
Yeah. Well, almost because
2022
we're about
going
to be
into
26. So yeah,
yeah.
2022. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah, so October of 2022 was when we started like practicing, and I started like trying to get people in and like just jam with me and stuff. And December 10th of 2022 was our first official show, and so I count that as like the beginning of Frigga 5. Um, so yeah,
That's awesome. Let's see here. So, what pulled you towards grunge, punk, and new metal specifically
I always
compared to
like,
other genres?
yeah, I grew up. It was just like always in my ear growing up. My dad was a musician as well, and so he just always was just playing grunge music and all that stuff. And he always used to get compared to Eddie Vedder, like the way he sang and everything. And
Right.
my dad's an amazing singer, and so like I always just heard that growing up. And the grunge specifically, and like was what reminds me of being a kid and like having that warmth of my parents being around. My parents divorced when I was young, and so like that was like, thinking back on those times was the like when I had that comfort and everything. And so
Right.
grunge music like makes me feel warm and like safe. And then I
Safe
discovered,
space.
yeah. And so like
Yeah.
I always have that. So like there's a certain feeling of that music for me that I wanted to bring back and make for myself. And so like just the whole point of making music to me is to make music that I've always wanted to hear. Um, and so that's where the grunge influences comes in, and then like the punk and like new metal stuff was I discovered that more in like high school, and I was like this shit's sick because like when I was in high school rap was huge, and
Right.
I was really into Kendrick Lamar, and so like I was listening to that, and then I found, I mean, I always knew about like Limp Bizkit and like Incubus and stuff, but it never really
Right.
hit until I was like, oh, this is the same kind of stuff, just in a rock form, and I was like, this is cool. It's like all my worlds combining right here, and yeah, and then just like punk rock, pop punk stuff, like uh, I always just loved listening to that. It just always made me feel good for some reason,
Yeah.
and so
Right.
I
Got
just
you.
was like, man, I want to make music that makes me feel good, and
Yeah,
so
that's
whatever that
what you gotta
is,
do.
yeah.
Do you feel like Frigga 5 fits a scene or exists outside of one?
I think I selfishly would like to be outside of one because I think that's like the cooler thing to do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, I don't. I feel like that's up for the people to decide, though. Like I will say, Smashing Pumpkins is one of my biggest influences, and I really enjoy how they aren't considered in the grunge era, even though
Right.
they were like they were in that same time period, but they were not
Mhm.
considered grunge at all. And but they were just as heavy and they were just as musical and melodic and everything. And so I really like admired that about them. And
Right.
so I've always strived to kind of sonically and visually be like what's trends are happening, and then how can we kind of go the opposite way but still stay on that path and
Right. Still stay
everything.
on that track.
Yeah, so going against like the grain has always been a big thing for me. So honestly, I think we are in a really good, cool scene, and there is a sound. Um, I would like to like, I think everybody band would like to be like, no, we have our own sound and stuff. So,
Because
you know,
I noticed on the episode with GPB, you said that you want to get to a point where Atlanta is the new Seattle.
yeah,
And I believe that was a very bold statement, but I think you're very right that we're getting there. We
yeah,
really
man.
are getting there. Like
I,
the scene between you guys with Silly Goose, with Velvet Edge, with Pendo Sunshine. I mean, with all the bands that are coming up, even Spiritless. I don't know if you've ever heard of Spiritless.
I actually haven't. I'll have to check them out.
They're pretty awesome. They're more metal, but
Okay, cool.
they're blown up. So
Yeah,
I
I'll
feel
check them
like
out.
yeah, I feel like everybody's kind of doing their own thing, and it's awesome to see.
Yeah, and I said that because I just like, dude, there's just such good music, and it's not just a certain sound. It's just every single genre that there is in Atlanta.
Right.
It's like there's such good music, and the hardcore, the screamo, the new metal, the alternative, the indie,
Right.
and and it's just like really cool to see. And I'm just like, man, there's to me, it's just like this is the not Seattle is in grunge, but like
Right.
Atlanta's the new mecca for music.
Hmm.
Um, and I believe that. That's why I say it. I said it on national television, and I feel like it takes people like saying that stuff to make it true and putting that energy out
Yeah,
into the
you got to
world.
put that energy behind your words.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, how much has your sound evolved since your first release ever?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
I'll say sorry about that. How much has your sound evolved since your first release?
Our sound. Oh man, dude, I feel like it's evolved a good bit. I mean, I feel like we're always evolving or devolving or just going wherever the music takes us, to be honest. I'll be writing the heaviest riff that I could write possible, or Alex will be writing something that he is, you know, doing,
Right.
and then the next day I'm writing the prettiest riff that I think I've written or whatever, and yeah, I just feel like we've evolved in a way where we're just like branching out and experimenting more with our sonic sounds and everything. So like this new record, we definitely experimented a lot more, and I think it's an evolution from Machine Man.
Hmm.
Um, and I definitely think you can kind of hear like some certain directions that we could go down and follow, and it's going to sound way different than
Right.
before.
Now, can you give us a little peep on? You said there will be a new album. Can
Yeah,
you give us a peep on when that will be coming?
we're in the planning process right now. So we've had a couple little setbacks and everything, and so we're really trying to make this a good release. And we feel like we didn't do enough for Machine Man, and we didn't give it the recognition it deserved. And so
Mhm.
um, we just have so much music, and we have to keep moving forward. But we want to promote this new stuff the right way and really go for it because we believe in it and we think it's really good and everything. So I don't want to. I'm not going to give any answers on dates or anything, but it will be 2026, and we are
Okay.
aiming for early 2026.
Okay. Okay. I respect that. Let's see. Do you ever feel pressure to sound more modern or marketable?
Uh for sure, I feel more pressured on like a lot of things, and with just the the sound and everything. And I think one thing that I've been trying to work on is just staying true to what I believe is the way music is going, and I think music is going back to being like raw and real, especially with like AI and all this shit coming that's like trying to take away all of our jobs and everything. I think it's really
Yep.
important to push just human experience and like the emotion in music
Yeah.
and everything.
True
And it's
human interaction.
yeah, and so it's really hard to do that, especially in such a modern time with production and everything. And it's really hard because everybody wants it to sound modern, and you listen to modern
Mhm.
tracks and they sound badass. They sound
Right.
so good, but it's so good that it's like it takes all the imperfections out of it, and that's what is perfect is the imperfections in music. And so that's like it's like a struggle um, that we have. It's like, well, it doesn't sound great, but it's like, yeah, but that's what it's supposed to not sound great.
Right. Exactly. Gotcha.
So yeah.
Are there any unexpected influences people wouldn't guess?
Yeah, I love Justin Bieber. I love pop music.
Yeah.
And I people might you might be able to hear it in like in my melodies or like the way the songs are structured maybe. But I mean, I grew up listening to R&B and pop music, and
Right.
like I didn't just listen to rock, and I had my experimental dubstep like phase, and I was like trying to be a dancer and do all that shit and like all the Skrillex and everything. And so yeah, I think people will be like, whoa, what the hell, like um Justin Bieber or like Justin Timberlake, for example. He's another huge inspiration. Trying to think of some other ones. I mean, just name like any 2000s, mid 2000s artists and stuff. Oh, I can't hear you right now. Yeah, I lost the audio from you, dude. Uh-oh. You there? Oh, shit, I can't hear you, bro. It might be me. Yeah, I can't hear anything still. Sorry, guys. If y'all can you hear me? You can hear me? Hmm. You might just have to start just like holding up a sign and asking like that. While you're figuring that out, I'll keep the people entertained, or I'll try my hardest. No. I wonder if it's me. I wonder if it's my Wi-Fi. Hold up, let me try walking around. 'Cause it could very well be me. All right, give me a check 1-2, Zach. Nope, nothing. Still not hearing anything. Is anybody on the live stream right now, like where they can say they can hear? Dude, Zach, they just don't want to see us win, bro. Yeah, I'm still not hearing anything. Do you want to try joining on your phone, maybe? I still can't hear anything. Damn, is it me? I'm not connected to anything. This sucks. Sorry, dude. Nope, nothing. What are you? Check your headphone input thing. Right? Yeah. Thanks, Infinity. Do we have anybody in the chat? Nobody's in. Sandip Das Baxter. This sucks, boohoo. Yeah, bro, you're trying to sound real deep, but this fucks. Sorry, dude. Yeah, you want to go on Instagram Live? We can just screen record it. All right, word. Let's do that. All right. You want to start it and then I'll just join in?